Hello YouTube Nation and welcome back for yet another vintage toy review. Today we are looking at brand new releases from G.I. Joe, a real American hero, and we are looking at Reaction Plus. Got two Joes, got a Cobra. Look at this. We have got figures that came out way late in the line and they're already out. We've got a Royal Guard Cobra Law. We got Jinx, Mask Off Jinx. And we have Falcon the Green Beret. So these just were released by Super 7. Got the pre-order in, got them in pretty quick, which I think is a cool little thing that they shipped them out that fast. Off from vacation, we should be having some videos pop out here soon, so thanks for sticking around. Let's get into some toys, and I think we are going to start with Lieutenant Falcon. Let's take a look at that cover art. The Green Beret Lieutenant Falcon does very much look... he looks the part. I can get behind him on this. This is a good figure here. As you could see, let's see if we got any peaks coming in the back here. So we have Cobra Commander. We've had some releases of these, but nothing. Oh, we got a Cobra Commander here, the snake. He did not come out with this line, but was supposed to maybe. I don't know. Falcon's file name is Vincent Falcone. He's an infantry, 2nd military medic. Birthplace was Fayetteville, North Carolina. Lieutenant Falcon is a 2nd generation Green Beret. His father served with the 10th Special Forces Group Airborne, and from its very beginning at Fort Bragg, Smoke Bomb Hill, Falcon was cross-trained in demolitions. And served briefly with the blue light, all that good stuff. Pretty cool thing here. So essentially, if you don't know, he came into the movie and was really supposed to be a leader. So let's take him out of the package first, which we are going to have a box right here. Just throw all this stuff back in because it is garbage day. All right, so that comes out just like such. And then the old, so famous, at least to me, shotgun, because this was one of... Falcon had some of the original... God, is it in there? Terrible. All right, let's see if we can get this shotgun shell out of here. Or shotgun. It's the one thing I hate about Super 7 figures is A, the pricing, but B, just tape them in. It's got to be cheaper than doing that. All right, so Lieutenant Falcon has his antenna, which this was an absolute banger to get. Definitely one of the harder pieces, and I always thought getting his shotgun was always a hard piece to get as well. But we've got him. The looks of him right there are really good. Does look like him in the cartoon, which I think is fantastic. I do like the kind of tonal brown that he is in this instead of a flamboyant green. I'll show you some pictures and we'll show you the cartoon at the end of his review. We'll show a couple clips from each here. He looks great. He's got his watch on, just very Green Beret looking. And honestly, he doesn't have all that much of attributions just to say, ooh, that's Lieutenant Falcon, to where this could have been released and it just could have been Green Beret G.I. Joe, and I don't think too many people would have noticed. I think the backpack and I think the half shotgun is what really pulls it off for Lieutenant Falcon. So, that's Lieutenant Falcon. Let's take a look at some highlights of him from the cartoon or the movie, and we will come back and we'll take a look at probably Jinx. All right, so a little clip there of Lieutenant Falcon. I did forget that he always had a knife that was always very hard to get, but doesn't show up in this. So cartoon accurate, very cool. We're going to set them aside and we're going to let Jinx, the Ninja Intelligence, come in. So Jinx is looking very good here. The packaging, the art looks very nice. I like it. On the back, same characters. Don't need to go through that. Her file name is Top Secret. She's a military Specialist Intelligence Finance Clerk was her second part, and she's from Los Angeles, California. Jinx studied and competed in 3 forms of martial arts from the time she was 7 until she graduated from Bryn Mawr. I don't know what that is. Upon arriving in Japan for a vacation, she discovered that her family had been ninjas for generations, and she was officially initiated into the clan. Jinx was recruited for the Joe team by Snake Eyes. So Snake Eyes has a little bit of a cool thing here with Jinx. So with Jinx, we'll show again the cover art, which is relatively cool. Pop it out. Hopefully these things don't take forever to get out. Jinx is popping out pretty easily there, which is nice. And then let's just get these. All right, so it looks like their accessory, and I'm all for this. I think this is a fantastic thing. So if you remember in the movie, Jinx is sparring off against Beachhead, and this was a whole thing. You can actually see the cut pieces there. That's a nice detail. And she ends up breaking them in 2 to have both of them in her hand. Going up against Beachhead. If I can find that clip, we'll show it. If not, we'll show some other stuff about Jinx as well. But she also went blindfolded, so she could hear. Does have the G.I. Joe logo on the side, which is pretty cool. The dragon on her chest, on her, I guess, is that a Komodo? I don't really know what that is. The head detail, she does have that big hair that's kind of frizzly and spiked in the back, which looks good. The figure feels sleek. It's very, very much like it's a silky kind of, not that I've ever wore too many of them, but like a ninja suit would actually feel. Again, the articulation and everything on Jinx is exactly the same. They bend, got the little footies. This one feels a lot like this feels like the vintage toy with some paint redos, but just has a head redo. So like somebody went in and undid the rubber bands and just swapped out the masked head. I do think it's really cool that there is a no masked version of Jinx, because Jinx really didn't have all that much, I guess, hood time, in my opinion. I think she was hoodless more. Now, do I think they're going to repaint this and 100% have her in the hooded? 1000% they're going to. I'm actually surprised that's not like a chase. I know G.I. Joe doesn't chase all that much, but that would be a cool chase to get if one of them had the masks. I'm not so sure I'll go after it. Maybe. It just depends on how easily or readily available they are, but I don't think I would get it too much if I had to search all that, because this is the figure I want. It shows her face, and that's awesome. That's Jinx. Let's take a look at Jinx. Oh, does Jinx stand with those things? Oh, come on, Jinx. Oh, I think those may be too heavy for her to stand. Oh, that could be a bad thing. Like, what if we put them behind her? Let's just see if the weight and the distribution here. Yeah, she'll stand. Just got to put it up there. That stinks, but they are a cool accessory. Get a plate for her. She'll be okay. All right, let's go take a look at Jinx. All righty, and that will bring us to the last of this G.I. Joe Reaction Plus, and honestly, the one I'm looking forward to the most, because it's one of those characters that they branched out to try to make something new, and I think it hit for once. And this is G.I. Joe Cobra Enemy Royal Guard Cobra Law. Don't you think that might mean that they're all coming at some point and have a little 3-pack maybe? And I'll do them all anyway. But I'm hoping the movie figures come out. It's awesome. The art looks great with the cape, with the big sword, that alien look. They've really knocked that home, which looks great. It's looking like it's going to be a big hit here in the figure. Bred and surgically enhanced for size, strength, and endurance, the Royal Guards of Cobra Law are responsible for the personal protection of Globulus, supreme ruler of the Hidden Valley and last descendant of the Serpent Kings. Encased from head to toe in organic insectoid armor, Cobra Law are impervious to any ordnance or high explosive anti-tank rounds. Although formidable in battle, the guards tend to be tactically unimaginative, and they are relatively useless without close supervision. So essentially, they're indestructible, but they're dumb. kind of a thing there. So open that up. Let's get those in. Taking it out of the package. I wish Jinx stood a little better. All right, so here we go. Let's get Cobra out. All right. Oh, it's soft good. I didn't even see that it's soft good. I like a good soft good. Let's take that down. It does come with a gel pack. Let's get that on out of here. And then let's get his sword, which is very insectoid looking, which is kind of cool. So taking a look at the actual accessory, has a handle, has a spear at the bottom, and a little bit of just of cut bladed areas there, which is kind of cool. And so it does have a soft good cape, which goes under, and posability. Looks way different than the G.I. Joe toy from the vintage, but I do love how this one is looking. We're going to slide that hand. Oh, come on now. Let's get in there. The hands are very tight on these, so it's almost, I have to use a little bit of the bigger, just to slide it in there. There we go. The head sculpt on this is fantastic. It looks very, very good. The antenna, which is glued on, very big missed piece for the vintage toy. And I don't think he came with that. I don't think so. Who knows? You'll tell me in the comments, I think, please. Also, hit that thumbs up, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. We appreciate you watching. This just looks great. What a set. 3 of the newcomers for the G.I. Joe movie. Man, it looks good. Let's see. Will he stand with his toy? It also could be my table. No, he's standing. It ain't the table. Come on now. So definitely some must-gets here, I think, for any G.I. Joe getter. They are just fantastic. They look good together. They are fantastic shape. And, man, 3 out of 3 on this one. My favorite is probably Jinx, just because you finally get to see her face in a figure form. Falcon looks good. Cobra Law is looking good. Let's go out with a little Cobra Law. Maybe we can fight these 3 fighting each other in a movie scene. Let's find out. Until next time, peace out, Home Skillets. All right, so after 3 uploads and 3 blocks, no cartoon coming from the movies. Hope you enjoyed this. Until next time, peace out, Home Skillets.